like a comedy club. Do you feel the comedy club? Yeah. Okay, but it's kind of like a leaning comedy club because the floor goes down, so we're all just kind of, just a little inch. So y'all might, if you need to, just lean the other way in your chairs. Okay, I saw you. She's like, let me just lean up my hip. That explains so much. Some things to remember: if you have not turned your phones to silent, please turn them on silent. We again are video recording this. We want to make sure our students have some really cool video of their first performance. After the very end of the show, I will have all of the students come back up so they can have a group picture together. That's going to be a wonderful time to pull out those cameras, okay? But make sure that no one calls you in the middle of taking the picture. That'd be great. And please don't answer it in the middle of the show, okay? Because I'll find you. I'm sorry. I will. I used to be like a teacher for kids. Can you believe that people trust me with their children? I used to tell kids the things that was on my mind, like, look, kid, I don't care. Can you just get some new friends? Clearly the people that you're hanging out with sucks. I need you to stop telling me about how much things are for you. You fight every day. I'm tired. Can y'all get in a new class? Could you just leave this class, please? One of my former students is here. He's like, you remember those things? You remember those days? Yeah, don't look at him. It's awkward. Look at him. He's like, don't look at him. Okay. But it's been so much fun hanging out with these students. It's been so much fun talking about comedy. We've done things like field trips going to other areas in the Atlanta area, like the Punchline. We've had the chance to visit open mics. My students have really got them into the Atlanta scene, and the Atlanta comedy community has poured into this class. So can we just give it up for Woodstock Arts and all the people who helped make this dream come true? I am so honored to be here right now, and I'm like, seriously, like even on my first day of class, I was like, oh my God, I'm trying to be cool. This is so cool. I'm trying to be cool. I'm such a grown-up. But if you want to know a little bit about me, I've actually been doing stand-up comedy for over 12 years. This September will be 13 years. I know, right? Some of you are like, honey, you don't look that old. I know, it's because I'm black. Thank you. Thank you so much. If anybody's looking for some tips, though, to look a little bit younger, obviously we can't all do this, okay? If you want us to still like you tomorrow. But what you can do, okay? 2 people caught that one. It's coming. Just read it. Just feel it. There it is. If you'd like a few tips on how to take about 10 years off of your looks, just put a bow on, okay? Yeah, that's gonna. They're gonna card you at Walmart, okay? When you buy the box wine, I promise you. Okay, it's your future. I also want to shout out my husband, my family. My parents actually came out here to support too. I'm so excited about that. But if you notice, my husband was here helping get everyone in. And you're like, wait, I didn't see him. It's because you were looking for the wrong person. That really white dude at the door, that one, y'all probably can still see him even with the lights on. I love that man. He like glows in the darkness. I can find him anywhere. I love him so much. You know how people try to make the world a better place by saying things like we're all the same color with the lights out? No, we're not. I can see him so easy. But one thing about my husband and I, we both kind of have a bit of old souls. You might have noticed the music I was playing. That's the good stuff, right? That's the good stuff. He's like, yes, go ahead, take it to church, honey. That's the good stuff. It just makes you happy. I don't know what these kids are saying today in the music. Some of them have artists with names that aren't even using letters. I'm sorry, hashtag exclamation mark. Who is that? That's a name? What? You can't pronounce that. How do you? I don't know how to say that. That's crazy. That is crazy. Back in the day, the music, it spoke to you, right? It spoke to you. And here's the thing. You could dance to that music forever. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can dance to this music forever. Okay? Look at me. You see what's happening right now? I have not taken my feet off the ground yet.
I got that.
It was just my imagination. Once again, look at my feet. We can switch it. Baby, everything is all right. Some of y'all just went to the club back in your mind. They're like, we in the 70s now. We get a little Elvis. My feet have not left the ground. I could dance to this if I was 157. I could dance to this if I didn't have legs. Just Got to back it up. I think about my kids coming up to me one day, my grandchildren, okay? And asking me questions like, Grandma, what kind of music did you listen to back in the day? And I would say, come on over here, sugar. Let me show you how Grandma used to get down in 2005. To the window! To the wall! To the wall! Hold on, baby. Grandma's gonna touch your toes, but they're so much further away than they used to be. When did they get down there? It's just, I'm jealous. I just tell kids now that that's my music too. Weren't you born in the 80s? It doesn't matter, okay? It was when I was a sale, that was my music. I think of music though in the sense that there is one artist right now who is still living that I think we can all agree on. Someone that has at least one song that everybody loves. Who is it?
Stevie Wonder.
Okay, good calls, but no, Elvis is dead. I'm pretty sure I said alive. I mean, some think that they keep seeing him in their coffee, so he might be somewhere, but pretty sure, no. Who?
Elton John.
Oh, Elton John's good. But no, we got to get the young ones. Some kids don't know who that is. They think that is someone coming to,
Bruno Mars.
Who said it?
I love Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars! Yes! Bruno Mars has something everybody can agree on. He's got some old school, some new school. Everybody's heard that one song. He's always doing something when he's walking. I love it so much. Bruno Mars. And one thing I've noticed about Bruno is that I feel like he's making up songs with catchphrases that are not catching on. Think about it. Uptown Funk. That sounds like fun. But quick question, where is Uptown? Exactly. We all know where downtown is, but where in the world is Uptown and how did it get its own funk before downtown? Mind blowing. He's got another song, 24 Karat Magic. What does that even mean? Use it in a sentence. Oh my gosh, I just got engaged. Look at that 24 karat magic. That's not a thing, Bruno, okay? Versace on the floor? Honey, I'm lucky if I got Walmart on the floor, okay? This was Amazon, little Amazon on the floor, okay? And there's one song that really gets me. And this one, I think I want to take you into the song because I want you to listen to the lyrics. I hate this song more than anything because these young people think this song is about love. Listen to the lyrics. I would catch a grenade for you. Throw my head on a blade for you. I'd jump in front of a train for you. You know I'd do anything for you. You know what you can do for me, Bruno? Get some counseling. Because this song is crazy. Okay, if somebody is singing this to you, get some help. Call a number. There's a number for this, okay? A grenade? Y'all, I'm actually a military wife. I know how grenades work, okay? If you catch it, it's ineffective. I need you to sing some good advice to me, okay? Like run, duck, you know? And why are people throwing grenades at you in the first place? I feel like that's a personal problem that you need to share with us up front, okay? Put it in your dating profile. I like long walks on the beach. I enjoy Italian food. Sometimes people keep throwing grenades at me and I'm not sure why that keeps happening. Like, let me know, okay? And then he ends the song with, but you won't do the same? Because it's a grenade, Bruno. We just laughing a little bit. Okay, good. Well, oh, that was cute. I like your little golf clap. Is that the only one you have? Is that, you got a bigger one? You got some, give me some little, put some oomph in it. That's right, put your shoulder, yeah. I feel like a coach, clap it like you mean it. Yeah. Okay, I love you so much. All right, y'all, we are going to get our students up here as they get ready. I feel like a proud mom. Oh, this is going to be so less weird at my other graduations. But right now, it is time to finally get my folks on stage. Are you ready to see them? Yeah. All right, good. Now remember, we are all graduating today, okay? So we're going to laugh and clap and cheer for everybody. And if you need to, laugh a little extra harder for the camera, okay? Just shake your body a little, especially those in front of the camera. Just give me a little. Yeah, I saw that. That was good. Let me see it. Yes, good. That was great. That was great. All right, y'all. Fun fact about this next student. When I was teaching all those kids, this was one of the kids I actually taught. I know. I substituted at his school. I had the chance to teach him improv at this theater so long ago. That explains why my knees hurt. Anyway, he has grown up to get into independent film, so he's acting, he's editing. I think I saw him direct something and write. I know, I'm so proud of him. So please put your hands together for coming to the mic, coming all the way to the mic. Show some love for Donovan
Woodstock's in the house, man. How y'all doing? Good. Y'all look good. You know, when you're the youngest in your family, you have 3 parents. Your mom, your dad, and your older sibling. That's my sister Taylor. Now, Taylor's the boss. You know, she'll tell me to do something, I do it. She gives me all kind of orders around the house, like clean my room, clean the bathroom, take out the trash. She gives me more chores than my own mama. You think about it, she is like my second mom. I'm serious. She's whooped me in front of my friends. And she whooped me worse than my mom ever did. Like, I walk up to my mom and be like, you know, Mom, you need to step up your whooping game, woman. It's for real. And as my second mom, she had one job, one basic job every parent in this room has. And that's to interrupt their kids when they are doing something. See, you have a whole list of goals and tasks you wish to accomplish. From the second you get started is, hey, these dishes. This trash ain't gonna take out itself. Hey, before you get comfortable, I need you to run some errands for me. Man, it's a trip. And she would interrupt me for little things. Like, I'll be in my room just doing my homework, just mind my business. And she'll come in very urgently. Hey, can you do me a favor? They're like, yeah, what's up? What's going on? Can you go get my purse out of my car? I thought my mom was on fire. I thought the house was getting robbed. I thought they was about to bring back slavery. Like, I for real thought my sister was going to ask me to drive us to the north. Like, what? Is it some kind of new and improved AI underground railroad I didn't know about? It's a trip. Like, I can't do nothing when she's around. Like, the second she sees me, she needs something. I can't walk 2 feet in my house without being asked to do something. Like, we will pass each other up in the hallway, and we'd be like, can you do me a favor, go get my phone from downstairs? Like, as she's walking up the stairs. So then when I go downstairs to get her phone, then hand it to her and try to run back to my room, she'd be, wait. Can you also make me a bowl of cereal? So then I make her a cereal. Then I go to my room again. She'd be like, wait. I need you to help me find my purse and my other shoe. I'm like, Taylor, I'm just trying to go to my room, you know? Just trying to go to my room. And even when I'm coming home from somewhere, the second I sit on the couch, she goes, I need you to unload and load the dishwasher and clean the kitchen countertops, because I'm getting really tired cleaning up after you. Apparently, when you're the youngest, you're the blame for every single mess there is in the house. Yeah, like all the important paperwork and envelopes that my parents leave on the kitchen counter are mine. Like I left all 4 used cups on the table, knowing all 4 of us ate breakfast. I remember my father was even like, boy, how can you let your mom's car get so dirty? Like, it's her car. I haven't been in that woman's car since I got my license. Honestly, parents, to this day, I don't understand why parents are always saying to the kids that they're tired of cleaning up after them, knowing good and well no one ever asks them to. Right. Like, there ain't no little boy going, hey, Mom, my dirty drawers on the floor. Pick it up. You crazy? I'll be in the hospital before I could go, it's a video, Mom, it's for my TikTok. I didn't mean it, I was playing. And you know, I can't even go to bed without anyone asking me to do something. Like, I'm the last person in my family to ever go to sleep. Because I remember one night, after Taylor and I finished cleaning the kitchen, I think to myself, you know, instead of going straight to bed, how about I stay downstairs and wait till she gets tired? Because if she sees me walking up the stairs, she's going to immediately think of a favor and send me right back down. So, I sit on the couch, watch her favorite show, Game of Thrones. Yes, they finally killed Joffrey. So, as soon as the show ends, she gets tired, goes up to her room, brushes her teeth, washes her face, and goes to her room. And I decide to follow her to her room. You know, how about I try to tire her out myself and play the annoying little brother role? So I just walk around and ask her stupid questions like, so, how's life? Do you need me to make you a sandwich or get you a glass of milk? She'd be scrolling on her phone and be like, no, I'm good. Okay. Then I'll try to reminisce with my sister. Hey, Taylor, remember the time when you farted in my face when I was 5 and I was sleeping and you just ran away? Yeah, I'm gonna get you back. Just not tonight because I don't have enough red beans and rice in my system to let that happen. So, and she doesn't even pay attention. Like, she just goes straight to sleep. Yes. Soon she goes to sleep, rush to the bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face. As soon as I get under the covers, it's Taylor. Yeah? Can you go get me a glass of water? You know, having an older sister just makes a young guy not ever want to get married. All right, y'all been great. My name's Dominic Kudo. Peace.
Donovan Theodore, everybody! Some of y'all been in some of these clubs. All right. So our next comedian, I'm so excited. She is pretty new to comedy, but she just wants you to know not to worry because she makes her mother laugh. So put your hands together for Emily Combs, everyone.
Hello. Oh well, she'll be that tall, I guess. All right, how is everyone tonight? Everyone doing great? Awesome, wonderful. So when I was in middle school, I played the clarinet. Now, if you could imagine what a clarinet player looks like, you would imagine someone that looks exactly like me. There was a row of 5 to 6 children sitting next to me that looked like different reincarnations of myself. We were all a little small, we were all a little quiet, and we all could barely see out of our eyes correctly. But let me preface before I go on. I hated playing the clarinet. I hated it. It was the worst. When I played the clarinet, it sounded like you punted a chicken across your yard. You know that high-pitched shrieky sound it would make? Yeah, that's how I sounded. But I don't blame anyone for making me play the clarinet. I chose it. It was my fault. I don't even blame my mother. However, I do blame my mother for making me play it for 3 years. She said something like, oh, you have to finish what you started, or, oh, we bought the clarinet, so you have to play the clarinet. And so I did, and I was the worst clarinet player at all of that band. But that wasn't the first time my mother's judgment was a little off. She once made me take 2 years of Spanish classes. Now, I wanted to take French, but she was like, let's be realistic here. You need something a little easier, something a little closer to our native language. And so we chose Spanish. And I don't remember a single thing of all those 2 years of Spanish, except for La Playa Day. There was one class in all of those 2 years where we learned everything you needed to know about the beach. And let's just say we were in Mexico and we were lost and we were looking for a beach, I would proudly stand up and say, "Donde está la playa?" And we would find that beach. But if we were doing anything else in Mexico, we would be doomed. I wouldn't even necessarily know what the response to "Donde está la playa" is. Unless they pointed, but everyone can figure that one out. But when you first start band, it's kind of fun. It's kind of exciting. You're learning new things, meeting new people. But after a while, you start to feel a little lied to, almost like it's a hostage situation. You discover that the class is filled with judgment, hierarchy, and a group of people that gaslight you into thinking this is fun. They would rank children from best to worst at playing their instrument. And as someone that never practiced, where do you think I fell on that scale? I was usually competing for last chair or second to last chair with the girl that chewed gum and played her instrument at the same time. I wasn't doing so great. But I don't come from a musical background. My family is not musically inclined. And I discovered that during the audition phase. Now, the audition phase is when you first start playing band. You're allowed to try any instrument that you want. You could try the brass, you could try the winds, percussion. You could not, however, try the strings because we were not that type of middle school. We were the type of middle school that had used trumpets to work off of. And you always saw the kid with the used trumpet and the braces and endless saliva. And it was kind of like going to a water park where you could easily slip on the water, but also skin your knee on the concrete. It's kind of a dangerous line we walked. But the coveted instrument was the drums. Now the drums is what all the hot people played. You remember them. They had their long hair, their sharp tooth necklaces, their real chill attitudes, usually leaning up against a wall, because there was always a wall to lean against. And I wanted to be one of those hot people. I wanted to play the drums. That was my destiny. So I auditioned for the drums. And it was pretty easy at first. It wasn't too bad. Sorry, it's a new mic stand. But it wasn't too bad. You start with a basic rhythm, kind of like this. Beautiful. I'm already passing with flying colors, okay? My destiny of being a hot person is in my grasp. But early on, they start to amp it up a little. You have to take one hand and make a rhythm, then take the other hand and make a different rhythm at the same time. And I sounded a little like this. Now, I did not become a drummer. I was so bad that I was handed a piece of paper that says, "does not have rhythm." And thusly, my destiny of being a hot person flew out the window. But on a kinder note, a few years later, I joined chorus. Now, I loved chorus, not just because I loved to sing, but because I loved the people. And those people were the least rhythmic group of people you will ever meet. We once had to sing "Rolling in the Deep" by Adele, chorus version, of course, and we had to clap on the offbeat. And it sounded kind of like a bunch of tiny car accidents happening at the same time. Just a bunch of people making noise for the sake of it. But I loved those people. Those were my people. I was a part of the less rhythmic, less hot people, and I'm proud of that fact. Thank you very much. I'm Emily Combs. Have a great night.
All right, for some more. Awesome. Well, this next student is a dynamic professional organizer and creator. Oh, it's getting hot now. and make it better if you let her. Ooh, I just like poetry. You need to put me in your commercial, honey. I'm just saying. She's also the owner and founder of Met Organize. So much fun people on Netflix. I didn't even say that. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, put your hands together for my Patty Langston, everyone.
I love you. Thank you so much. What a hot looking audience we have tonight! Is that because you're all in menopause? Is that what's really happening here tonight? Wow, look at these lights. I can't even see you. Well, I want to tell you, as Lady Gaga said, what did she say? Yeah, she said a lot. But the thing that I like about her is that she was born that way. And all of you people that run hot, guess what you have? You were born that way. So tonight, how many of you run hot? Raise your hand. Okay, look around. This is your tribe. This is your tribe. These are your people you want to hang out with and go on trips with. How many people here tonight run cold? Yes, my people. Hi, Mrs. Freezing. I love you. Talk to me after we can get each other's number. Okay, it would be awesome. But the most important thing that you're going to learn tonight is about TNA. Yes, temperature alignments. Oh, you're so sleazy. That's what I like about this group. Your innermost feelings are coming out. What is temperature alignment? That means that you are aligned with the same temperature as someone else. How simple, but how hard? Because the number one thing I see is temperature not alignment. Does anybody else see that? It happens all the time. Yeah, it's a big problem in America, but nobody's addressing it. But the thing that I've learned is if you're on a dating app, you can change it today. Why? Because when you go home, you put on your dating app, I want TNA! But you put if you want hot TNA or cold TNA. And then remember, temperature alignment. It's all about that temperature alignment. But I'm going to tell you, a couple months ago, it was so cold here.
Yeah. How cold was it?
Don't laugh at me. I was at a coffee shop, and this woman walked out, and she spilled her entire coffee on me, and I said, thank you for warming me up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's how cold-blooded I am. And I don't want to brag, but I'm probably the only one in Georgia, yes, this is Georgia, that has an entire wing of thermal underwear. Yes, in all different colors, including tie-dye. Yes, I have that wing because very few people are as cold as me. I also have, you won't believe it, wool gloves, wool hats, and wool underwear. I got them in Europe. They have wool underwear because in Denmark and Switzerland, it's really cold there. Colder than Georgia. I thought Georgia was the coldest place until I went there and I said, no. But there's something that I really love in my closet more than anything, and it's my down jacket. And also, I love my down vest, because I like to get down. Exactly, tonight. That's what I'm talking about, get down tonight. Why not you? And if you're cold-blooded, it really works, okay? You will be getting down tonight, because you will be nice and warm. But the number one thing people don't understand, there's something going on. There's a war in America. It's called thermometer wars. And I played it with a couple of you bitches out here tonight. I recognize you from that last trip. Yeah. And here's how it rolls. Thermometer wars. I just went to Florida with a bunch of people. And how was it? Well, it was great. And then I went to bed because I was exhausted. It was a 12-hour drive by myself. These are first world problems, okay? And you have to get used to it. So what happened is I turned the thermometer to 68. I thought, well, that's a normal amount. And then I went to bed. And about an hour and a half later, I started freezing. And I got up, and you wouldn't believe it. I looked at the thermometer, and somebody changed it to 58. This is what the war is about. I'm sure you guys are knowing this. So I thought to myself, what one of these people did this to me? But I didn't go there. So what I did is I just turned it back to 68. And I thought, well, this war is over. Oh, no, this was just the beginning of the war. About 3 hours later, I started getting hypothermia. Oh, yeah. My fingers were completely frozen. I actually thought death was imminent, and they were going to have to take me to the emergency room at 3:45 in the morning. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm going to die from being so cold. It sucked. Okay, and I went and looked at the thermometer, and guess what it was at that point?
54.
I'm sticking with 8s, okay? Remember, it was 68, 58, now it's 48. Okay, we're going to try to keep this, tight with everybody, okay? So it was 48 degrees. Guess what it was outside in Florida? 75 perfect degrees. I could have I could have slept outside. What was I thinking? So what happens with temperature wars, I'm going to be honest with you, I gave up because I knew I wasn't going to win, and I was exhausted, and I told myself, you know what, you just got to get over it. And then what I did is I put on every single piece of clothing I had in my suitcase on my body. I had 3 hoodies, looked really attractive, and then I had 3 pairs of socks. I'm just telling you right now, but guess what? I could sleep then, and then I doubled up the covers. But you know those bitches, I gave them one last try because I went out and I put it back to 68 perfect degrees. But of course, they changed it. So the next morning, this is how it rolls when you have temperature wars. You go to brunch. Oh, everybody goes to brunch because it's so fun. And then you have brunch, you go, I slept so well. I had a perfect night. And I'm thinking, I hate your guts. But you can't really say it. You go, oh, me too. Everything was so great. But nothing was great because you lost that war, and you know you lost that war. But the next time, I'm going to be prepared. And that's what I'm warning everybody across America. There is a silent war going on, and it's called temperature wars. Don't you forget it. So the number one question everyone asks me is, where'd you get your name? And I tell them the truth. I got my name from the Walmart greeter. She was passing them out, and I said, me, Mick too, please give me this name. So the thing about having a name from the Walmart greeter, it's not really true. Okay, I'm just giving you the heads up. I got my name from my dad, because my dad's maiden name, well, it wasn't a maiden name, it was my maiden name, was McCarthy. And my dad always said to me, you are like a double-double burger. And I go, and then he said, not just a double-double, a double-double-double-double. And I go, what kind of burger is a double-double-double-double? It sounds like a bra size. He says, it is not a bra size. I said, okay, well, what is a double-double-double-double? He says, 2 pieces of cheese, 2 pieces of meat, with lettuce, tomato, and onion, with secret sauce, and a big bun. And I said, what does that have to do with me? He goes, you're just like a double-double-double-double. I said, what? He said, because you have double energy, double enthusiasm, and double craziness. And I went, what the heck? And he says, as of this day, your name is going to be Mick double-double-double. I go, no, not Mick double-double-double. He said, no, Mick Patty McCarthy, which is double-double-double-double. Okay, just like everybody else at McDonald's, I have a Mick name because he said the most important thing is these golden arches, and I feel with you that you will shine your golden arches across America. So now I have what? I have Mick Yoga. I don't want to brag, but Mick Yoga's fun. And I have Mick Organize. And as of tonight, I have Mick Comedy. Hell yeah, Mick Comedy. And you've been a really hot audience with great TNA. I love you all. Thank you for coming out.
All right, our next student, I'm so excited, was recently featured at the Atlanta Hollywood Showcase. And I even had the opportunity to see the show live. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is so fancy. because you know I ran into New Hollywood, right?
Right.
That's right, these students are going places. So this next one, he's going not just other places, but he's coming to this place right here, this stage that I bought in from my basement. Put your hands together for Steve Rabbits, everybody!
Hey, what's up, Woodstock? You know, I love this place. This is my hometown. I was walking up to the theater this evening, and I saw this little boy come up to his dad and say, "Daddy, is that man a man of color, or is he just a colorful man?" And the father looked down at his son and he says, "No, son, he's just a clown." So that's what I'm starting with tonight. So once again, Woodstock is an amazing place. It really is. I love it because it's got so much to offer. So much. You've got Mad Life, and you've got this wonderful arts theater. And you've got Ips, and you've got this wonderful arts theater. And you've got the Pie Bar, and you've got this wonderful arts theater. But Woodstock wasn't always so exciting. There was a time that coming down here was not the most exciting thing to do. In fact, when I was in high school, we used to come down here and watch the parking meters violate themselves. That was where it was at. So, you know, these days, there's like a different language that people speak. I don't know if it happened during COVID or what the deal was, but I was in Publix the other day, and I ran into a guy that I'd seen in college, and that was a while ago. And he said, "Hey, how you doing? It's been a minute." I'm like, "It's been like 35 years." I'm not a math major, but that's a lot of minutes. Then he said he liked my shirt because it was dope. I'm still trying to find out what that means. So, unfortunately, I got into a little auto accident the other day with my car, and I had to call my insurance company. And he asked me if the damage was bad. And I had a flashback like, maybe this is a trick question they warn you about on TV. So I said, "Was it bad?" "No, it wasn't bad. It was good damage. In fact, it was great. No, it was spectacular damage." And you could just hear the wheels turning on the other end of the phone, like, what is this guy talking about? So some of the other sayings that you hear these days are like, "I'm not gonna lie." Followed up by, "Let me tell you the truth." Now, we've been talking for 30 minutes, and you're telling me this now? But the craziest thing, and the most popular these days, and you hear it like every 10 minutes, is, "I want to be truly transparent with you." I must be transparent. Full transparency. And you're sitting across from a guy that's about 400 pounds thinking, there's no way this guy's going to be transparent regardless. So, back a few years ago, we went through COVID, if you recall, everybody does. And there was a shortage of toilet paper. This was a very serious shortage. You would go to Publix, and the paper aisle was bare. You go to Kroger, deserted. Walmart, no toilet paper whatsoever. I had a mission to find toilet paper, and I found it at Home Depot. Right next to the sandpaper. Okay? And I was so excited. I went home, did a little poo-poo, and then I figured out why that toilet paper was near the sandpaper. My wife saw a Home Depot bag, and she's like, "What'd you get at Home Depot?" I said, what you told me to, toilet paper. He's like, really? I said, yeah, you better use it sparingly because it is extra strength. So, people these days are going back to the gym. The gyms are packed more than ever. You got your Peloton in the right side of your bedroom now that makes a very expensive clothing rack. Some of you had taken Cody's classes. We're sorry. I don't know if Cody's still there anymore. There might be 1 or 2 people here that know who I'm talking about. But the gyms are a little different now. It's like my gym's got camping. These people have backpacks and they come with gallons, jugs of water, and they camp out on these machines and take up residency on machines that I used to use. This guy comes in, we'll call him Biff. Every gym's got a Biff, at least one. And he brings out his blender and he takes his kale and pine nuts and carrot juice and celery juice and puts it in his blender, and it makes a significant mess. It smells like poo-poo. And he does not move. This guy is always there. Regardless of what time you get there, this guy is camped out on this bench. So one day, I finally beat him there. And I got to my machine, and I did my set. And I looked around and put out my cell phone, because that's what everybody else does. You gotta check Facebook while you're on your machine, okay? And then in the corner of my eye, I saw Biff coming down the hallway, and he looked at me like I had no business on this machine. So I did another set, smiled over at Biff, then I reached into my bag and I took out my Pop-Tart. Followed it up with a Diet Coke and just smiled. Biff was getting irritated, and I decided that I needed to leave there in one piece. So I headed out to the spin class, the cycling classes, okay? You ever done this? You walk into a dark room where there's one bike on top of another bike, and they've got these seats, and the seats, they call them seats. They're about the size of your fist, and they're really like harpoons. So you try to get on this seat, and the class starts going, and you've got a beautiful instructor at the front of the class instructing you on what to do and not do, and you hear things like, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, harder, harder, faster, faster, keep up the load, keep it up. And I'm thinking to myself, this reminds me a lot of The Office. So you guys have been great. Thank you for supporting Woodstock Arts, and we hope to see you back soon.
Yo, keep it going for Steve Rabbit! Are you ready for your next comedian? For our last graduate today, this student, he has survived 2 divorces, raised 6 kids, served in the military, and even tried out homelessness for a while. If resilience has a face and a smart mouth, it's this guy. Right. Put your hands together for Teddy.
How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Real quick, before I get started, I need to do a mental health check, all right? That all right with y'all? Mental health check. We doing good? Yeah? No? Yeah? Good, because if there's something wrong, I can't help it. There ain't nothing I can do for you. Let me explain why. I've been in therapy since 2007. It ain't that bad. I mean, it is, but I'm all right now. But if you've done the math on that, that's 18 years. That means my depression is old enough to vote. I don't appreciate how hard y'all laughing at my depression. No, I'm playing. Yeah. My therapist called me and said, Tave, I can't do this anymore. This is your job. You get paid to do this. You've been my therapist for 18 years. What am I supposed to do now? Was it something I said? She said, no, I'm just retiring. Guess I'll become a comedian. Tell my problems to other people. Since you don't know loyalty. One of the most important lessons I've learned on my mental health journey is to go back and rescue your inner child. That's the part of you that's hurting the most, because as adults, we adapt. We develop unhealthy coping mechanisms. But our inner child doesn't know any better. So we go back and we rescue our inner child. I'll give an example of what that looks like. So imagine I'm 5, maybe 6 years old. And because I was born in the 70s, that makes me a latchkey kid, which means my parents were never home. I raised myself, and I did a horrible job at it. Bruh. Yeah, it was hard. It was bad. I did a terrible job raising myself. At 5 and 6 years old, I wasn't allowed to go in my parents' room. It was just off limits. But because they didn't love me, they would leave me at home alone, and I would go through their stuff. I found my mother's clip-on earrings. Do y'all remember the earrings that would clip on and hurt? Because they were, okay, y'all know, right? Okay. So I would put those on my ears. Hey, listen. I'm gonna get with you in a minute. Y'all know those Baptist or Pentecostal hats? The ones that was made out of everything? It looks like Hobby Lobby just blew up on a basketball. She had those. Not one ever looked the same. I don't care how many people were in the church. I've never seen one that repeated. Okay, so God put those hats on random. Got it. Cool. So imagine me with her hat, those earrings. Listen, this is hurting my feelings. Putting on this stuff, right? And I'm pretending I'm her. Life is great, life is grand. Okay, so I'm going through this stuff and I find this thing. I'm gonna need you to stay with me. So I find this thing, apparently, never mind. It's about this size. It, you got one too? She said, yep. It's white. It comes to a point, and it takes D batteries. They don't make D batteries anymore. All right. They come home, my parents come home, mom's cooking dinner, I'm in their room doing stuff I ain't supposed to be doing. Oh, this is nice. Y'all so nasty. So, I ain't got but 8 minutes. I will sit and listen to you laugh those whole 8 minutes. I get paid in laughter. You done? Need a motto? Because I know your stomach cramping. All right. Get back on track. My mom's cooking dinner. She calls me. Tag! Sorry. Tag! Ma'am, you need to come to me. Mama, I know I wasn't supposed to be in your room, but so there's this thing in there. It's white. It's about this size. And my sweet mother, 4'11", preacher's wife, pastor's wife, Ministers' Wives Association secretary for 20 years, Mrs. Ruth Carolyn Margaret Ann Harper Vaughn, looks me dead in the eyes and says, "Oh, that's a back massager." Okay, fine. Cut to, I'm in my 30s. I got bills, I got kids, I got a divorce, I got everything that makes me a grown man. I'm with a lady friend, and we are in Tokyo. Well, okay. We are in Tokyo Valentino. If you don't know what Tokyo Valentino is, there's 5 locations here in Georgia. Don't ask me how I know that. There's 2 in downtown Atlanta, 1 in Dunwoody, 1 in Smyrna, 1 in Marietta. If you still don't know what Tokyo Valentino is, they sell do-it-yourself kits. this point, y'all understand what it is I'm staring at, right? Y'all, okay, so me and my lady friend are seeing this hanging off the wall. Now it's time for me to go back and rescue my inner child. Because this is not going to be safe for nobody. I'm deadpan in real life. But in my mind, I've gone back to that 5 or 6 year old and said, look, Dave, we're going to have to go. Because what's about to happen, it's not going to be fun. My lady friend taps me, she goes, Dave, huh? What's wrong? Where my friend at? Hey. I had that thing in my mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. Have a green light.
Yo, give it up for Tave! We are so grateful that you are here for the first of what we hope are many graduations. A special shout out again to our wonderful students. I'm going to bring them back in a quick second, but let me just give you a couple of notes. Number one, we have a monthly show here called The Lasting Laugh. It is a comedy show that we do on the big stage. All of our students have a chance to be in that show one day. So it's not just a graduation, we're putting you on stage, all right? So make sure you keep an eye out to come back for them again, okay? Next thing, let's say you're like, you know what? I'm funny and I know it too. Classes start in fall and you can sign up because registration opens on July 1st, okay? Think about it, I heard that one person, I'll see you in class this fall, okay? When this is over, we're going to have to flip this audience area back for our regular stage. So our students, once they get off stage for pictures, they're going to be in the concessions area in the lobby, so you can take all the pictures you want with them. But here's the thing. My students didn't know I decided to do this. But because we're having graduation season and all these kids are getting diplomas, I know. They're going to get certificates that basically say you're not a comedian right now. You still got to work at that, but you took a class, all right? All right? But I don't know, the way that y'all were laughing, I feel like we got some real comedians, don't you? So if we can get our students back to come line up on this stage here, we're going to have a quick little ceremony for you. With that,
We upstaged you.
We want to thank you for everything you've done for us, because we couldn't have got to this level without Jessica. She's amazing, and her love and her support for all of our comedy, because some of it wasn't very amazing. And now we got better, and we blew it out of Jessica. Give her a round of applause.
I am gonna give them some certificates now. Y'all, this is so sweet. Let me, I don't know, husband, help me. I don't know what I'm doing. Zach, okay, that's not my husband, but Josh Harris, everybody, not my husband. I know I said he's white, but that guy has a tan in comparison to my, Zach, where are you? Help me. Okay. Oh my goodness, y'all got me. I didn't have tissues. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is so sweet. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Wait, let me readjust it. I made these at home. Okay. This says it's a certificate for completing a comedy class. The certificate was given for the enrollment and completion of the stand-up comedy class, If You're Funny and You Know It, on May 18, 2025 at Woodstock Arts Theater. This certificate does not mean you're a comedian. You actually have to work at that emoji face. But it does state that you took a class. So that's a lovely start. Congratulations, you did it. Signed by myself, but with better handwriting on the computer in partnership with Woodstock Arts. And we'll give this first one to Donovan Theodore. Next, we're going to give this next one to Emily Combs. This next one is from McPatty Langston. Next, we have Steve Revitz. And Anthony Tave Vaughn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's move this cord so y'all can step forward and they can get some pictures of you. If y'all could like just step over the cord and step down stage a little, move down there, move up to the audience. Good. Let's get everyone on the stage. So Donovan, come on up. Y'all get some pictures of them. All right. Zach, I hope you're getting pictures of this. This is the proudest moment of my life. Is this what parents feel like? I don't actually have kids. I lied when I said grandkids. You apparently have to have kids to have, let me move this. Hold on, just gonna move that out the way. Just don't look at me, look at them. Don't look at me, look at them. Oh my gosh. So look at the babies. Oh gosh, okay. Oh my God. And let me just get in here with y'all. I'm just gonna come in here.
This is interesting. Oh, yeah.
We present to you the first comedy class at Woodstock Arts, their first show but not last. Thank you all. Again, I'm so proud of you. And if you will meet your fans in the lobby, can we get some lights on in the theater, please? Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for coming. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the evening. Thank you so much.